A very good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, sir. So today is our last class. Hope you all have understood what we have discussed in the last 7 classes.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Very good evening. Actually, I have shared all the notes with ma'am. Ma'am will share it with all of you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So today we'll go on to discuss about the rest part of the fourth unit, which is basically all about our insurance agency. We have already discussed about the role of the development officer in the third unit. And the fourth unit basically covers the insurance agency. As we have already pointed out that the business of insurance is being carried out with the help of the agents because the agents generally act as a bridge between the insurer and the insured. And the effectiveness of the agents basically determines the growth of insurance business as well as it also helps in creating the brand image of the insurance company. So generally, the insurance agents of both life as well as general insurances, they act as the brand ambassadors of the insurance companies for which they work because it is through the agents that the business of insurance is being carried out. Therefore, it is necessary on our part to have some sort of idea about the insurance agency system. Who can be an insurance agent? What are the essential qualifications to become an insurance agent? What are the rights, duties, responsibilities of an insurance agent? What are the different codes of conduct of insurance agent? All these things we need to be familiar with when we go on to study about the business of insurance as a whole. Because the agents primarily are considered to be the integral part of the business of insurance. So I'm going to share something with you so that we can discuss it in a very active way. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So as we are discussing about the insurance agents, you must be clear about one thing that every insurance agent needs to be a licensed agent. Unless and until the agent gets the license, the agent cannot function as an agent for the insurance company. So automatically the license is being given by the regulating authority. And as we have already pointed out that in India, the regulating authority of the business of insurance is none other than the IRDA, that is Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. So ultimately the license is being provided by IRDA, and those who get the agency license from the IRDA, ultimately they work as the agents. And I have already pointed out that insurance agents normally work as an intermediary between the insurer and the insured, who are the two major parties in the business of insurance. Therefore, the role of the insurance agent is utmost important related to the business of insurance. And generally, they go on to solicit the business of insurance, procure the business of insurance, and service the business of insurance to the customers, ultimate customers. Therefore, if you go on to define the concept of insurance agent, there is a clear-cut definition of insurance agent being given by the IRDA, which is ultimately the regulating authority of the business of insurance in India. And as per IRDA, an insurance agent is a person who is authorized in writing by an insurance company to act as the representative of that company for the purpose of soliciting, procuring, and servicing insurance business. That means the insurance company must have to give it in writing to the agent. Once the insurance company is satisfied that the agent has got the license from IRDA, then the insurance company has to give it in writing that you are now allowed to solicit, procure, and service the business of insurance on behalf of us. Uh, if you look at the business of uh, insurance agency, particularly related to India, you can find that most of the revenues that the insurance company generates, or most of the fund that the insurance company generates, virtually comes from the agency route. In case of life insurances, it is more than three-fourths of the total fund generated. And in case of general insurances, it is more than 85% of the fund generated by the general insurance companies, which is being through the agency charity. Therefore, the first and foremost thing we need to know about the process of recruitment and selection of insurance agents, both in life as well as in the non-life sector. Now, since insurance agents are ultimately supposed to work for the insurance company, therefore, the recruitment and selection of agents is basically the you can say that prerogative of the insurance companies. It is the insurance companies which ultimately recruit and select the agents. There are certain processes or there are certain steps which the insurance companies generally adopt while going on to recruit and select agents. The process itself includes the first stage is the sourcing of applicants, either in the website of the insurance company or through any advertisements or through any other source. The insurance company puts its advertisement for requirement of agents. And by looking that, the prospective candidates have to fill up the application form and deposit before the insurance company. After the applications are received, the screening process takes place. Through screening, those which the company finds are eligible as per the requirement are being kept intact, and those who are not supposed to be eligible, their application gets rejected. So screening of those applications in the next step is being done, and accordingly, those who are being selected in the screening process or whose application have been accepted by the insurance company in the screening process, all of them will be called for an interview to be conducted by the same insurance company. After the interviews, when the company selects some persons, then those selected persons have to undergo undergo a training program, which is a mandatory provision. Earlier, as I already told to you that the training program consists of a 21 days program, which basically involves a 50 hours training. But since 2016, on the basis of an amendment, the number of hours has been drastically reduced to 15 hours. And over that 15 hours, the training is being provided. All such arrangements regarding the training has to be made by the insurance company, but the training will be provided by the trainers, those, those who are being appointed as trainers by the insurance company itself, because every company is having its own training department. or they can also call from outsiders whom they think is having the expertise in the insurance sector. After the training gets over, the candidates are supposed to sit for an entrance examination. The entrance examination is to be conducted by the Insurance Institute of India. Uh, and accordingly, in the entrance, the candidates need to pass. And the pass mark or pass percentage is nearly 70 to 80%. If you score 70 to 80%, then only you are supposed to be passed in the entrance. So those who successfully pass the entrance examination, their name will be shortlisted, and accordingly the insurance company will send those names with the requisite fees to the IRDI for licensing purposes. The last step is the issuance of license. IRDI provide the license to the insurance company. In turn, the insurance company will transmit or transfer those licenses in the to the agent, to the development architect. So these are basically the recruitment and selection of agent. The selection criteria basically depends upon certain things. When the interview takes place, the insurance company normally goes for finding out or identifying the following criteria, although these criteria are present in the person or not. If they find that most of the criteria or all of the criteria are being present in the candidate, then the candidate gets selected. So they basically go for identifying whether the behavior of the prospective candidate is ethical or not, whether the prospective candidate has the capability to sell the insurance products or not, whether the prospective candidate is having the proper networking skills or not, and whether the prospective candidate is having the basic financial knowledge or not. All these criteria are being set by the insurance companies themselves, and on the basis of these criteria, the candidates are being selected by the insurance company. Networking skills is highly required in the sense that because through networking you can sell uh, a high number of insurance policies. If you have a good networking skill, and through with the help of that, accordingly you can sell more number of policies. So people with strong local networks like teachers, small business owners, bank correspondents, retired government employees, they are being preferred by the insurance companies because the company know that the selling of insurance relies heavily on trust and relationship. And if you have a good networking skill, then automatically you are owning the trust and reliability of the other people with whom you are maintaining the network. After the license is being provided, they are now um, able to, or they are now eligible to procure the insurance business on behalf of the insurance company. Here, one thing you need to remember that in case of life insurances, you can act as an agent only for one insurance company. You cannot act as an agent for more than one insurance company. And in case of general insurance, also you have to act as an agent for one insurance company. Uh, there are different categories of agents. Individual agents are there, corporate agents are there, composite agents are there. Suppose as an individual you want to procure the business of life insurance as well as the business of general insurance, then you are supposed to be an agent for one life insurance company and one general insurance company, not more than that. In case of corporate agents, generally the organizations they work as the corporate agents. As you know, the corporates or the institutions basically going to sell the insurance product, which is a third-party product for them, which enhances the income source of those institutions. Uh, After the license is being received and they go on to start the procurement of insurance business on behalf of the company for which they have been appointed as an agent, IRDAI has made a formal training for the agents to ensure quality and professionalism. Then they go for another training, which is a mandatory training by IRDA. And in the training institute, there are certain areas on which focus is more more focus is being given on the following aspects. So the agent must be aware about the insurance fundamentals for which training is required. The agent needs to be familiar with the regulations and compliances which are related to the business of insurance for which the agent is working. The rules basically are being set by the regulating authority IRDA. The rules also related to the fulfillment of the KYC norms, just like in banking, in insurance also KYC is more important. And as you know, in all sorts of financial transactions, even the private financial companies nowadays are also asking for KYC fulfillment. And then anti-money laundering guidelines are there. Anti-money laundering means if the money is being siphoned from one country to another in an illegal way, then it is not allowed in case of either banking or in case of insurance. So those, as per the AML guidelines, what are the areas where you can invest or where the money, how the money can be transferred, or where the insurance company is supposed to invest the fund which it has generated. So those things are supposed to be known on the part of an agent. So for ensuring that the insurance business is complying with the rules and regulations, the training of the agency is highly required. For that, the IRDA is mandatory. Apart from that, the training also include the knowledge regarding products because ultimately the agents have to sell the insurance products. So unless and until the agents are having sufficient knowledge about the products, they cannot sell the product productively or effectively. Therefore, the basic features, what are the basic benefits, what are the exclusions, all these things regarding the product the agents are supposed to know, for which they need to be trained. And then to enhance the selling skills, the training is also required. That means you first of all have to identify the prospects, then if any objection comes, how you can handle those objections and how you can present uh, the product or present the company before the prospects. Those things are also required, which ultimately will enhance the selling skills of the individual agents. Then ethics and customer management. So whatever insurance business as an agent you are doing, you need to do it in an ethical way. You should not be indulged in any unethical practices. For that, sufficient training is also being provided. Now, many companies you can also find that they go for uh, either simulations or role play or handle objections uh, like I don't understand insurance. Suppose one person, one prospect tell you that I don't have any idea about insurance. How you can present before them or before that person what insurance is all about. Those things are being imparted in the training sector. So this is all about the training of insurance agents. Now coming to the uh, duties of insurance agents. When we talk about the duties, there are certain duties which we can consider as primary duties. Uh, as an agent, the first and foremost duty of an agent is to procure and acquire clients because you need to ensure the growth of the insurance business as an agent. The more the business you do, the more is the chance that you will get your more income or more commissions because you know that agents are although are being appointed by the insurance companies, but they are not the direct employees of the insurance company. So they are not supposed to get monthly salaries. Their income is basically in the form of commissions. And commissions against what? Commission against the business that they generate. So the more the business you generate as an agent, the more is the commission that you are supposed to get. So if you really want to enhance your income level, you need to work properly, you need to work deeply so that your income can be enhanced by uh, enhancing the level of business you are doing. Then second primary duty is assessing the customer needs. As you know, insurance companies are coming out with different products. So depending upon the needs and requirements of different customers, different products are being designed. So as an agent, when you are approaching a prospect, approaching a client, you first of all need to identify what are the requirements of that client, what are the needs of that client. Whether the product you are supposed to sell to the client is a fit product for the client or not. Because if the product is not supposed to be fit, then there is no point in investing such products. So that will be not considered as an ethical selling. So as an agent, you need to assess what are the needs of the customers. And after assessing the needs of the customers, you will have to offer the products as per the requirements of those customers. Then the third duty is to explain the policy terms honestly. When as an agent, you are supposed to sell the insurance product, which is basically in the form of insurance policy, you need to explain the detailed terms and conditions pertaining to that policy before the prospective customer. Because the customer has all the right to know the exact terms and conditions of the policy. And as an agent, it is your duty to explain the exact terms and conditions of that policy which you are offering to your client. Then helping customers complete proposal forms. This is the first step in the acquisition of business, that once you convince a person to purchase an insurance product, then you have to give him the proposal form or the application form. Many such uh, clients or many such prospective customers are are not in a position to fill up the form, and many such uh, clients do not know where to fill what. So there the agents need to assist them in properly filling up the proposal form, because on the basis of that proposal form, the risk will get assessed and accordingly the premium amount will be fixed. Because you know that premium amount is not the same for all. The more the age of the client, the more is supposed to be the premium. The less is the age of the client, the less is supposed to be the premium amount to be paid. Because in case of aged persons, the risk factor is more. In case of underaged persons, underaged you cannot say that, those who are eligible, not that much aged, because underage is not the actual concept here. Underage means you are not eligible for insurance, for purchasing insurance policy. So for most of the uh, insurance customers who are of lower age, they have to pay less premium because the risk factor uh, for those customers is supposed to be less. The more the risk, more will be the premium. Less the risk, less will be the premium. ଗୋଟେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ପଲିସି ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଅଫର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ 25 ବର୍ଷ ପିଲାକୁ, ସିଏ ଯେତିକି ସପୋଜ ଆପଣ 10 ବର୍ଷିଆ ପଲିସି ନେବାକୁ ଦବା ମାନେ ବିକିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି, ଗୋଟେ 25 ବର୍ଷ ପିଲାକୁ ବିକୁଛନ୍ତି, ଗୋଟେ 35 ବର୍ଷ ପିଲାକୁ ବିକୁଛନ୍ତି, ତାହେଲେ 25 ବର୍ଷ ପିଲାର ପ୍ରିମିୟମ ଟା କମ ରହିବ, 35 ବର୍ଷ ପିଲାର ପ୍ରିମିୟମ ଟା ଅଧିକା ରହିବ କାରଣ ସେଠି ରିସ୍କ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟର ଆସୁଛି। ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି ଆମେ କହୁଛେ ଯେ ପ୍ରପୋଜାଲ ଫର୍ମ ଟା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫିଲ୍ଅପ୍ ହଉଛି କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ୱେରେ ଯେମିତି ଫିଲ୍ଅପ୍ ହେଇପାରିବ, ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟ ୱେରେ ଯେମିତି ଫିଲ୍ଅପ୍ ହେଇପାରିବ ସେଥିରେ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିବ। ଆଫ୍ଟର ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରିମିୟମ ଫିକ୍ସ ହେଲା ସେଇ ବେସିସରେ ପ୍ରିମିୟମ କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିବା ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ମଧ୍ୟ ରହୁଛି ଏଜେଣ୍ଟର। ଆଫ୍ଟର କଲେକ୍ଟିଂ ଦ ପ୍ରିମିୟମ ଦ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ହାଜ ଟୁ ସବମିଟ ଇଟ ଟୁ ଦ ଇନ୍ସୁରର। ଆଜିକାଲି ତ ସୁବିଧା ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ଅନଲାଇନରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇପାରୁଛି। ତେଣୁ ଯଦି ପ୍ରପୋଜାଲ ଫର୍ମ ଆକ୍ସେପ୍ଟ ହେଇଗଲା ଆପଣ ଅନଲାଇନରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ କରିବେ। ଆଗୁଆ ହଉନଥିଲା ବୋଲି ସେଇ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଯୋଉମାନେ କରଉଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ ଘରକୁ ଆସୁଥିଲେ, ପଇସା ନଉଥିଲେ, ତାକୁ ନେଇକି ଅଫିସରେ ଡିପୋଜିଟ କରୁଥିଲେ, ରସିଦ କାଟିକି ଆଣୁଥିଲେ, ରସିଦ ଦଉଥିଲେ। ଏବେ ତ ସବୁ ଅନଲାଇନ ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ଅନଲାଇନରେ ବି କରିପାରିବେ। ଏତକ ହେଇଗଲା ପରେ ଆଉ ଚୁପ୍ ହେଇକି ବସି ପଡିବନି ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ, କାରଣ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ କଷ୍ଟମରକୁ କନଭିନ୍ସ କରିକି ପଲିସି ବିକ୍ରି କରୁଛି, ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ଇଜ ସପୋଜ ଟୁ କ୍ରିଏଟ ଏ ଲଙ୍ଗ ଟର୍ମ ରିଲେସନସିପ ୱିଥ ଦ କ୍ଲାଏଣ୍ଟ। କ୍ଲାଏଣ୍ଟ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଗୋଟେ ଲଙ୍ଗ ଟର୍ମ ରିଲେସନସିପ ସେ କ୍ରିଏଟ କରୁଛି। ଯେହେତୁ ଲଙ୍ଗ ଟର୍ମ ରିଲେସନସିପ କ୍ରିଏଟ କରୁଛି, କ୍ଲାଏଣ୍ଟର ସବୁ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିରେ ବା ଇନ୍ ଅଲ୍ ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ସ ଅଫ ଦ କ୍ଲାଏଣ୍ଟ, ହାପି ସିଚୁଏସନ ହଉ କି ସ୍ୟାଡ ସିଚୁଏସନ ହଉ, ଦ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ନିଡ୍ସ ଟୁ ବି ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ। ଆଉ ଥରେ ପଲିସି ବିକ୍ରି କରିଦେଲା ପରେ ଆଫ୍ଟର ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଯଦି କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଆସୁଛି, କିଛି କମ୍ପ୍ଲେନ ଆସୁଛି ବା କିଛି କ୍ୱେରିଜ ଆସୁଛି କଷ୍ଟମରର, ତାକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ସର୍ଟ ଆଉଟ କରିବା ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ରହୁଛି ଏଜେଣ୍ଟର, ଯୋଉଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଆଫ୍ଟର ସେଲ ସର୍ଭିସ କହୁଛେ। ତେଣୁ ସେଲ ପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ରିଲେସନସିପ ଟା ମେଣ୍ଟେନ କରି ରଖିଥିବ। ପ୍ରିମିୟମ ଟା ସେ କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିଦେଲା ପ୍ରଥମରୁ, ଆଜିକାଲି ଅନଲାଇନ ହଉଛି, ଯଦି ମାନେ ପିରିୟଡ ଓଭର ହେଇଗଲା ପଲିସିର ତାହେଲେ କ୍ଲେମ ସେଟଲମେଣ୍ଟ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କ୍ଲେମ ଫର୍ମ ଦରକାର ହବ। ତେଣୁ କ୍ଲେମ ଫର୍ମ ଆଣିକି ଦବ କି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଇଣ୍ଟିମେଟ କରିବ ତମର ସରିବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି, କ୍ଲେମ ଫର୍ମ ଦସ୍ତଖତ ତାଙ୍କର ନବ। ଯାହା ଯାହା ରିକ୍ୱାର୍ଡ ଡକୁମେଣ୍ଟସ ଅଛି ଡକୁମେଣ୍ଟ ତକ ସବୁ କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିବ, ତାକୁ ନେଇକି ଅଫିସରେ ଡିପୋଜିଟ କରିବ। ତାପରେ ଚେକ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆସିବ, କ୍ଲେମ ଆମାଉଣ୍ଟ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆସିବ ସେଟା ନେଇକି ଦବ। ଆଗୁଆ ଚେକ୍ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ ହଉଥିଲା, ଏବେ ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ କ୍ରେଡିଟ ହେଇଯାଉଛି। ତେଣୁ ଏଜେନ୍ସିର ରୋଲ ଟା କମିଗଲାଣି। ମେଣ୍ଟେନିଂ କନଫିଡେନ୍ସିଆଲିଟି ଆଣ୍ଡ କଷ୍ଟମର ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ, ଯେହେତୁ ଗୋଟେ ଲଙ୍ଗ ଟର୍ମ ରିଲେସନସିପ ଭିତରେ ରହିବ, ତେଣୁ କଷ୍ଟମରର କୌଣସି ପର୍ସନାଲ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ କୁ ସେ ଡିସକ୍ଲୋଜ କରିବ ନାହିଁ ଅଫିସ ଆଗରେ କିମ୍ବା ଆଉ କାହା ଆଗରେ। ତେଣୁ କନଫିଡେନ୍ସିଆଲିଟି ଟା ମେଣ୍ଟେନ କରିବ। ଆଉ କଷ୍ଟମରର କୌଣସି ଅଦର ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ଅଦର ଦେନ ଦ ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ ବିଜନେସ ସେ disclose କରିବ ନାହିଁ ବାହାରେ। So these are some of the duties of the insurance agent. Then we are coming to discuss about the code of conduct of insurance agents. Code of conduct ମାନେ ଆପଣ କଣ ବୁଝୁଛନ୍ତି? How an agent conduct himself while doing the business of insurance on behalf of an insurance company. How the agent conduct himself or herself. So for that এই ଯୋଉ କୋଡ ଅଫ କଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟ ରହୁଛି, ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ସେଟ୍ ଅଫ ଗାଇଡଲାଇନ୍ସ ଥାଏ, ସେଟ୍ ଅଫ ନର୍ମସ ଥାଏ ବା ସେଟ୍ ଅଫ ରୁଲସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ରେଗୁଲେସନ୍ସ ଥାଏ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଯେହେତୁ ଆଇଆରଡିଆଇ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରୁଛି ଏଜେଣ୍ଟସ ମାନଙ୍କୁ, ତ ଆଇଆରଡିଆଇ ଏଇ ଗାଇଡଲାଇନ ଟା ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରିଥାଏ, ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି ଏଇ ଗାଇଡଲାଇନରେ ଯାହା ବି ରହିଥିବ ଅଲ୍ ଦ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟସ ଆର୍ ସପୋଜ ଟୁ ଫଲୋ ଇଟ୍ properly as well as so IRDAI जो guidelines provide କରୁଛି related to the insurance agents, so agents must strictly follow the guidelines provided by IRDAI, which is supposed to ensure the code of conduct for agents. The guideline में कौन अच्छी ना इनफॉरमेशन कंपनी हो कि रिलेटेड टू द प्रोडक्ट हो, से सब इनफॉरमेशन को राइट इनफॉरमेशन प्रोवाइड करिवो, इनफॉरमेशन प्रोवाइड करिवो, आउ मिसरिप्रेजेंट करिवोनी, कंपनी को मिसरिप्रेजेंट करिवोनी कि प्रोडक्ट को मिसरिप्रेजेंट करिवोनी कि प्रोडक्ट रो बेनिफिट को मिसरिप्रेजेंट करिवोनी, केमती चीटिंग मोटिव न रहइबो। देन कंपनी रिलेटेड टू द प्रोडक्ट से मैटेरियल फैक्ट गुड़ा को डिस्क्लोज करिवो, जोटा हमें प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंश्योरेंस रे पढिसले, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मोस्ट गुड फेथ, जे व्हाटएवर material facts are required on the part of both insurance material facts properly, ତେଣୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ପ୍ରପୋଜାଲ ଫର୍ମ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ସେଥିରେ ଡିସକ୍ଲୋଜ କରୁଥିବେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କହିଥିଲେ ଯେ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ସ୍କ୍ରୁଟିନି ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ ବା ସ୍କ୍ରିନିଂ ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ଯେତେବେଳେ କ୍ଲେମ ଆପଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେତେବେଳେ ସେଟା ସ୍କ୍ରୁଟିନି ହବ। ତେଣୁ ଯଦି ଆଗୁଆ ଆପଣ ମିସରିପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ କରିଛନ୍ତି କିମ୍ବା ଫଲ୍ସ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉଟା କି ଜଣା ପଡିଲା ଆଟ ଦ ଟାଇମ ଅଫ କ୍ଲେମ ସେଟଲମେଣ୍ଟ ତାହେଲେ କ୍ଲେମ ଟାକୁ ସେମାନେ ବନ୍ଦ କରିଦେଇ ପାରନ୍ତି, ଲିଗାଲ ଆକ୍ସନ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଏଗେନ୍ଷ୍ଟରେ ନିଆଯିବ। ଥାର୍ଡ ହଉଛି ଆଭଏଡ ରିବେଟିଂ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଇଲିଗାଲ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲି ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ ରିବେଟିଂ ଟା ପ୍ରାୟ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ବିକଜ ଦେयर ହାଜ ବିନ୍ ମୋର କମ୍ପିଟିସନ ଇନ ଦ ଏଜେନ୍ସି ଇନ ଦ ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ ଏଜେନ୍ସି ବିଜନେସ ନାଓ ଡେଜ୍। ତେଣୁ ଅଧିକରୁ ଅଧିକା କଷ୍ଟମର ଆଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟ କରିବା ପାଇଁ, ନିଜର କଷ୍ଟମରକୁ ରିଟେନ୍ କରି ରଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଏବେ କେତେ ଗୁଡେ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମଧ୍ୟ ରିବେଟ୍ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଇଟା ଇଲିଗାଲ। ସେଇଟା ତାଙ୍କର ମୁହଁ ଚୁଆଁ ଭିତରେ ରହୁଛି, କାରଣ ସେମାନେ ଯୋଉ କମିଶନ ଟା କିଛି ପୋର୍ସନ ଦେବେ, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଯୋଗୁଁ ସେ କମିଶନ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି। 50 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କାର ଗୋଟେ ପଲିସି ଆପଣ କଲେ ଆଣ୍ଡ ପର୍ସେଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ କମିଶନ ଆକାରରେ ସେମାନେ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି, ତ ଭଲ ଆମାଉଣ୍ଟ ପାଇଗଲେ। 2-3% ହେଲା ବେଳକୁ ଏଇଟା ପାଖାପାଖି ଆପଣଙ୍କର 1 ଲାख 1.5 ଲାख ଭିତରେ ଆସୁଛି। ତ ଆପଣ ଯଦି କହିବେ ମତେ ସେତିକି ଟଙ୍କା ଛାଡ କର ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ କରିବି, ଆଉ ସିଏ ଅଳ୍ପ କିଛି ରଖିକି ବାକି ଦେଇଦେଲା, ତ ସେଇଟା ଇଲିଗାଲ। ସେଟାକୁ ଆଭଏଡ କରିବା ପାଇଁ କୋଡ୍ ଅଫ୍ କଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟ ରେ କୁହାଯାଉଛି। ସେ ଯଦିଓ କୋଡ୍ ଅଫ୍ କଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟ ରେ କୁହାଯାଇଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲି ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ଯୋଉଟା ଦେଖାଯାଉ। Then maintain professionalism and integrity. That is also another aspect which is there in the code of conduct. Assist in claim settlement, जोड़ा मैं आपको कहली जे जेतले भी claim settlement हबो, the role of the insurance agent highly you can say that obtained. Act in the client's
ଆପଣଙ୍କ
best
ଭଏସ ଟା
interest
ବ୍ରେକ୍ ହଉଛି
ଯୋଗୁ
ସାର୍।
ସେମାନେ କମିଶନ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ କଷ୍ଟମର ବେଷ୍ଟ ସେ
ସାର୍
କଷ୍ଟମର
ଆପଣଙ୍କ
ର
ବ୍ରେକ୍
ବେଷ୍ଟ
ହଉଛି
ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ
ଭଏସ।
ସେ ଦେଖିବ। ଭଏସ ବି କେମିତି ବାହାରକୁ ଯାଉଛି। So act in the client's best interest means the insurance agent must have to take into consideration the interest of the client. As per the interest of the client, the agent has to act, because the clients are supposed to be the kings. It is only because of the client's policy that the agents are getting their commission income. So they need to, or it is their duty or responsibility to take into consideration the best interest of the client, how the client can get the maximum benefit. That thing the insurance agents need to ensure. Then maintain proper documentation. As you know, documentation is one of the major aspects in the business of insurance as well as in the business of banking. So all the required documents are supposed to be maintained properly by the agent. Avoid conflict and interest, protect confidentiality. So these are some of the code of conduct which is being imposed on the insurance agents by the IRDI. And the code of conduct, as we have already pointed out, is in the form of a set of guidelines, a set of rules and regulations, which all the agents need to follow ethically. If at any point of time it is found that the agents are being involved in misleading the customers, then it can result in suspension of that license or suspension of that agent from the business of insurance, or cancellation of license, or penalties on the insurer, because it is the insurer who have appointed them, the insurer might be penalized. Then comes the rights of the insurance agents. What are the different rights that the insurance agents enjoy? When the insurance agents are supposed to perform their duties effectively, they at the same time are also enjoying certain rights. Since the agents are doing the ultimate business on behalf of the insurance company, which indicates that it is the agents through which the insurance policies are actually being sold to the customers. Therefore, the agents have all the right to be remunerated for their service. We have already pointed out that the agents are servicing the business of insurance. So, for the service that they give to ensure that the business of insurance is being carried out, they need to be remunerated. And their remuneration is in the form of commission because they are not direct employees of the insurance company, so they are not supposed to get monthly salaries. Therefore, if they are discharging their duties effectively, then certainly they have the right to receive the commission. So, as per the IRDA defined rate, in case of life insurances, up to 35% for the first year. It basically differs from policy to policy. So depending upon the nature of the policy, the commission is being uh, decided or commission is being fixed by the IRDA. So they have the right to receive commission that because they need to be remunerated for the service that they discharge to the insurance company. The second right is to right to renewal commission. This renewal commission arises both in case of life insurances as well as in case of general insurances. So at the time of renewal, the agents need to intimate to the clients beforehand that their renewal is due after a certain period of time. So they need to be prepared for renewing the business. As you know, in case of general insurances, if you do not renew the insurance business, then your insurance will not be covered. Similarly, in case of life insurances, if you have taken the policy for a fixed term, like 10, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and each year you have to pay the premium. So beforehand, the uh, agents must have to intimate it to the clients, and accordingly, the clients get ready to pay the renewal premium. Once the renewal premium is being paid, on the basis of that renewal premium, the renewal commission is also being given. So it's not that key. Once the policy is sold for the first time, when the commission is being given, which is supposed to be at a higher rate to the agent's commission is over. The uh, re- you can say that the more the client goes on to provide renewal premiums on renewal premiums also the clients are supposed to get the renewal commission. So first one is right to receive commission, second is right to renewal commission. Third is right to training and development support. They need to be trained properly, they need to be developed properly, and that support they are supposed to be provided with by the insurance company for which they are working. So we have already pointed out while discussing the development officer's role that it is the development officer who will have to arrange the training programs, who will have to ensure that the agents are being developed properly so that they can carry out the business of insurance. So it is the right of the agents that they need to be trained properly and developed properly to carry out the business of insurance to you can say that solicit the business of insurance. So they need to be supported with proper training and development. It is their right. Then fourth right is right to access product information because time to time new products emerge in the insurance market and the agents are supposed to be well versed with all the new products which are supposed to be immersed in the insurance market. So product knowledge is highly essential on the part of the agents because they ultimately will sell that product to the customers. So unless and until the agents are having sufficient knowledge on the products, they cannot sell the product. Therefore, it is the right of the agents that they need to be uh, accessible to the informations related to the product. Then another right is to right to represent client interests ethically. If any queries, any problems of the clients is there, then through agents that can be sorted out. And if the agent is not in a position, then the agent must have to transmit it to the higher authorities. So the right of the agent is to represent the client's interest ethically because the agents are coming directly in touch with the clients. So ultimately, if any problem of the clients is there, it will ultimately be sorted out through the agents also. Because agents are not the direct employees of the company, so they cannot sort out the problem themselves. They have to take the help of the development officers under whom they are working. If the development officer is not, you can say that is not having enough power to sort out the problem, then the problem might have to be transmitted to the higher authority. So through agents, it all is being carried out. Therefore, the agents must have the right to represent the client's interests ethically. The right to be protected from unfair termination. We'll go on to discuss about the termination of agents in the latter part. Uh, in any insurance company cannot terminate the agent without any sufficient ground. Illegally or unethically, the insurance company cannot terminate the agencyship of any agents. The agents have the right to be protected from any sort of illegal or unethical termination. Uh, Generally, what happens, basing upon the performance of the agents, many companies are there, many insurance companies are there, which are providing motivational rewards to the high performing agents. You must have come across such things in your locality where you could have identified one particular agent who is supposed to be a member of any club. There are agents who are members of BM's club, who are members of DM's club, who are members of RM club, who are members of chairman's club. Accordingly, the reward is being provided to the high performing agents. In some cases, or in case of some insurers, the insurance company uh, sends the agents to foreign countries for conferences purposes. Uh, in some cases, the insurance companies provides cash awards as well as recognition to the high performing agents. Uh, Similarly, some more facilities are being provided by promoting them to MDRT agents. So all these motivates agents to maintain high standards. Then coming to the essential qualifications for successful insurance agents, we have already pointed out how the agents gets recruited, but we have not discussed about the qualification. If the agents are supposed to be recruited to work in the rural area, they need to belong to the rural area. So if the agent is belonging to a rural area, then the minimum qualification for that agent to qualify for working as an insurance agent is 10th standard pass. Generally, as per insurance uh, law, rural area is being considered as an area where the total number of population is less than equal to 5,000. And urban area is considered to be an area where the population is more than 5,000. So if in a rural area the agent is supposed to work, then the minimum qualification required for the agent is 10th standard pass. But if the agent is supposed to work in urban area, then the minimum qualification required is 12th pass, 10 plus 2. Apart from that, there are certain core skills which are required for a successful insurance agent. To become a successful insurance agent, it is highly required that the agent must have strong communication and persuasion skills. Without having strong communication and strong persuasion skills, an agent cannot be considered as a successful agent. If you can persuade customers strongly or properly, then the customers will automatically be persuaded and will go on to purchase the product. Similarly, you must have a strong communication skill to become a successful agent because you need to communicate with the clients. So, if you cannot communicate properly with the clients might not be able to understand what you are trying to communicate, as a result of which your business will be hampered. Then, second core skill which is required for a successful insurance agent is the relationship building and networking. We have already pointed out that long-term relationship is generally being established between the client, agent and the client, because ultimately the agent is coming in direct contact with the client. Then third one is your product knowledge and financial awareness. So since the products are supposed to be sold by the insurance agent, they need to have sufficient knowledge on the product, and also they need to be aware about the financial aspects of the policy as well as financial aspects of the uh, clients. Because basing upon the financial aspect of the client will be offered with the product. ଯାହାର ଯେତିକି financial capacity ଥିବ ତାକୁ ସେଇ ଅନୁସାରେ ସେଇ product ଆପଣ offer କରିବେ. You cannot offer a product which is supposed to attract a heavy amount of premium to a person who is not in a position to pay that premium. Then high ethical standards, that also is considered to be another core skill to help you to become a successful insurance agent. Customer service orientation, there must be an orientation on the part of the agent to provide all sorts of services to the customer. Then only the agent can be a successful customer, because through that the agent will win the trust, faith, and reliability of the customers. As a result of which the long-term relationship will be maintained. Then goal-driven and disciplined personality. It should not be indisciplined. The agent should not be indisciplined. They should be disciplined, and at the same time, they need to be goal driven. ତାଙ୍କର ଅବଜେକ୍ଟିଭ କଣ, ତାଙ୍କର ଗୋଲ କଣ, ସେଟା ସେମାନେ ସେଟ୍ କରିଥିବେ, ସେଇ ଗୋଲକୁ ଆଚିଭ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାହା ଯାହା ଦରକାର ସେଟା କାମ କରୁଥିବେ. ଯଦି ଗୋଲ ଆପଣ ନ ରଖିବେ, ଅବଜେକ୍ଟିଭ ଯଦି ନ ରଖିବେ, ହେୱାର୍ଡ କାମ କରିବେ, ଦେନ୍ ଅଟୋମେଟିକାଲି ଲୋକଙ୍କର ଆସ୍ଥା ରହିବ ନାହିଁ. So these are the basic skills which are required on the part of an agent to become a successful agent. After all these things, the last part is your termination of agents. ଯେ ଆପଣ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ହିସାବରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ବିଜନେସ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ କମ୍ପାନୀକୁ, ଆପଣ ସବୁ ଏଥିକାଲ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡ ମେଣ୍ଟେନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଆକର୍ଡିଂଲି କମିଶନ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି, ସବୁ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ବଟ୍ କମ୍ପାନୀ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିପାରିବ ନା ନାହିଁ. ଆମେ କହିଲେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ରାଇଟ୍ସ ପଢୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଅନଏଥିକାଲି ବା ଇଲିଗାଲି କମ୍ପାନୀ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିପାରିବ ନାହିଁ. ତାହେଲେ କୋଉ ସିଚୁଏସନରେ ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପାନୀ ତାର ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟକୁ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିପାରିବ. ତେଣୁ ଯୋଉ ଆପଏଣ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟଟା ଦେଇଥିବ ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ କମ୍ପାନୀ ଆପଏଣ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରୁଛି, ସେ ଆପଏଣ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟଟାକୁ ସେମାନେ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିପାରିବେ ଅନ୍ ସର୍ଟନ ଗ୍ରାଉଣ୍ଡସ. ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଗ୍ରାଉଣ୍ଡ ହଉଛି ଯେ ଯଦି if the insurance agent is being involved in any fraudulent activities, or if the insurance agent is being involved in mis-selling. Mis-selling ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଲୋକକୁ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ଦବା କଥା ତାହା ନ ଦେଇକି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଭୁଲ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି, ଯେଟା ହଉଛି ମିସ୍-ସେଲିଂ. ଯୋଉଟା କହିଲି ଯେ ସପୋଜ କିଛି ପଲିସି ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟା ଯୋଉଥିପାଇଁ କି ଏଲିଜିବିଲିଟି ଥିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କର 55 years, ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ 50 years କୁ ଯଦି ସେଟା ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରିବେ, ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣ ସେଠି ମିସ୍-ସେଲ୍ କଲେ. କିମ୍ବା ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ପଲିସିର କିଛି ପ୍ରୋଭିଜନ୍ସ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଠିକ ଭାବରେ ନ କହିକି ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଲୁଚେଇକି ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟକୁ ହାଇଡ କରିକି ଆପଣ କଷ୍ଟମରକୁ ପରସ୍ୟୁ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଟୁ ଗୋ ଫର ଦ ପଲିସି, ମିଛ କରିକି, ତାହେଲେ ସେଇଟା ମଧ୍ୟ ମିସ୍-ସେଲିଂରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯିବ. ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ଇନଭଲ୍ଭ ରହୁଛି ଫ୍ରଡୁଲେଣ୍ଟ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟିରେ ବୋଲି ଜଣା ପଡିଲା, କି କହିଦେଲେ ତ ହବନି, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ହାଜ ଟୁ ବି ପ୍ରୁଭଡ. କିମ୍ବା ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ agent missell କରିଛି product କୁ ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଜାଗାରେ if that is proved then the insurance company can terminate the license of the agent. ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି violation of IRDA code of conduct ଯାହା ଆମେ code of conduct ପଢିଲେ is at any point of time ଯଦି ଏଟା establish ହେଲା ଯେ agent has violated some of the code of conduct being provided by the IRDA, then the insurance company has all the right to terminate the agent. Then low or no business production. So ଆପଣ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ହିସାବରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ପାଇଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ ବିଜନେସ କିଛି ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପାନୀ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସବୁ ପ୍ରକାର ସହଯୋଗ କଲା ଟୁ ଗେଟ୍ ଦ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଆଫ୍ଟର ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଆପଣ କାମ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଖାଲିରେ ବସୁଛନ୍ତି ତେଣୁ ଗୋଟେ ଟାଇମ ଲିମିଟ ଦିଆଯାଏ ନର୍ମାଲି ଟୁ ଇୟର୍ସ ଯାଏଁ ଗୋଟେ ଟାଇମ ଦିଆଯାଏ 2 ବର୍ଷ ଭିତରେ ଦେଖିବେ ଯେ କେତେ ବିଜନେସ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରୁଛି କାରଣ ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛୁ ଯେ ଏଜେନ୍ସି ବିଜନେସଟା ହଉଛି ଟାର୍ଗେଟ ଓରିଏଣ୍ଟେଡ ବିଜନେସ ତ ସେଇ 2 ବର୍ଷ ଭିତରେ ଯାହା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଟାର୍ଗେଟ ଦିଆଯାଇଥିଲା whether you have fulfilled that target or not or whether you have reached near to that target or not depending on that ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିପାରିବେ ଯଦି ଆପଣ କିଛି ବି ବିଜନେସ ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଖାଲିରେ ବସୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମିତି ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଜାଣିବ ଯେ ଏଇ ଲୋକ ଇଫେକ୍ଟିଭ ନୁହେଁ ଇନଇଫେକ୍ଟିଭ ଆମ କମ୍ପାନୀ ପାଇଁ ତେଣୁ ଆକୁ ରଖିବେ ତାକୁ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିବେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ଲୋକକୁ ଆମେ ଆଣିବୁ ଦେନ୍ ସପରେସନ ଅଫ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ କହିଲେ ଯୋଉ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ଡିସକ୍ଲୋଜ କରିବା ଦରକାର ଯଦି ତାକୁ ଡିସକ୍ଲୋଜ ନ କରିକି ଲୁଚେଇକି ରଖୁଛନ୍ତି ହାଇଡ୍ କରି ରଖୁଛନ୍ତି ତାହେଲେ ହବ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କହିଲେ ମଲ୍ଟିପୁଲ ଏଜେନ୍ସି କନଫ୍ଲିକ୍ଟସ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ଭୁଲ ତଥ୍ୟ ଦେଇଛି ଆଉ ମୋର ଦେନ୍ ୱାନ୍ ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ କମ୍ପାନୀ ପାଇଁ ଏଜେନ୍ସି କରୁଛି ଯଦି ସେଇଟା ଜଣା ପଡିଲା ତାହେଲେ ସେଠି ମଧ୍ୟ ଟର୍ମିନେଟ କରିପାରିବେ ଆଉ ଲାଷ୍ଟରେ ହଉଛି ଯଦି କଷ୍ଟମର କମ୍ପ୍ଲେନ ଆସିଲା କିମ୍ବା the agent is being involved in some unethical behavioral practices, then the agency can be terminated by the insurance company. So these are some of the things which are related to the insurance agency. This completes our 4th unit, and we are not in a position to go for the 5th unit. Although 5th unit is not covering that much street area of banking and insurance. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ନୋଟ୍ସଟା ଦେଇଛି ତାଦେହରେ କେବଳ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଆଉ ରେକର୍ଡ କଥା ରହିଛି କୋଉଟା ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ମାନେ ମେଣ୍ଟେନ କରିପାରିବେ ଆଉ ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସର ମ୍ୟାନେଜମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସଟା ରହିଛି ତେଣୁ ସେଟା କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ ଆଉ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେୟାର କରିଦେବି 5ଟା ୟୁନିଟ୍ ଆଉ ମୋ ନମ୍ବର ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ଯଦି କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଯଦି ରହିଲା ମତେ ଫୋନ କରିବେ ଇଜ ଇଟ୍ ଓକେ
Sir.
We will
Yes, sir.
have 2 offline classes also, sir. So we can cover the 5th chapter during those offline classes.
two offline classes are there
Yes, sir.
I didn't have any idea on that. Actually, I have not been appraised about that. So if that is so, then we can do it.
Total 10 class.
But I have
10 hours.
already shared the notes with ma'am. You can collect it from now.
Yes, yes, we have already received.
Okay, thank you. ମୁଁ ଅଳ୍ପ ଅଳ୍ପ କରି କରିଛି ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ନୋଟ୍ସଟା ଆପଣ ବୁଝିପାରିବେ ଯେମିତି ସେଇଭଳିଆ ଭାବେ କରିଛି କିଛି ଅଧିକା ଆକାରରେ ଲେଖିନି only for your understanding whatever is required from the syllabus entire syllabus को cover କରି ମୁଁ ସେ ଅନୁସାରେ କରିଛି ଟିକେ ଦେଖି ଦେଇଥିବେ ଆପଣ I think it will be more beneficial for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.